the line of what you can and cannot do with this group of ladies is always moving. And on that note, welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another recap for The Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8, episode, I believe, 14. This time from my car, because I have been busy as hell in these past couple of days, okay? I have been working, I have been booked and busy, I have been doing it all. But I thought to myself, whilst driving home from work, I could sit here and give you my several thoughts and opinions about the latest episode. So, first of all, fun fact, this is probably my 64th time trying to give you a cohesive recap for this week's newest episode. I watched it 2 days ago, and I was just so heated and frustrated fresh after the episode that I could not bring myself to give you a recap. I was just, after 3-4 minutes, I was in heat. I was not okay. But now, a couple of days have passed. I also have to remind myself this is just a TV show. Relax. But let's get right into what happened in this newest episode. So we start off the episode with Nneka's crowning from Gizelle with her Party City accessories. Everybody is being a good sport about it, except Candace. She walks off under the, demise of searching her necklace because she thinks this is all just some BS that Gizelle likes to do, because the things that Gizelle likes to do are when you have something to, throw in someone's face, you do it every single time. And we've noticed that with Karen plenty of times, okay? So the divide in the group is still very, very clear. It is obvious that Gizelle and Robin are trying to ice Candace and Wendy out. Fight me till the sun comes up. I do not care. Gizelle also evidently has people in production rallying behind her. But I will get to that in the later part of the video. Also, I'm not going to sit here give you scene by scene because that is not what I do. I will give you a brief overview of the episode and then give my actual intimate thoughts, if you may. But they go night golfing. They have these golf carts. It looks fun. They team up. The golf course park thingy lights up. It looks fun. It looks cute. They go back to the villa. Also, shout out to production for giving our girls some budget to spend on an international vacation, because what in the chicken shit bingo was happening in Texas? Please, for the love of God, never let Ashley Darby host another trip again. But I digress. So it's the next day. No, actually, it's not the next day. I think we go to dinner. And Gizelle opens up about her daughter going to an HBCU. HBCU. I am not familiar with the college university technicalities of the United States of the Americas, okay? Because I am not from there. But anyways, she shares that her daughter Grace is going to Florida, and the group kind of opens up the conversation with help from Mia. How does Gizelle feel sending Grace to Florida, knowing that, the governor is acting a little crazy, they're moving towards a right political direction, and it is an open conversation. What I found funny is that production was trying to cut up scenes showing Candace and Wendy having alleged stank faces, which in my opinion were not. I did not see said stank faces. I did not see scrunched up expressions, as Giselle said in the episode. So I do not know why we are always, by whatever reason, and I'm not gonna get into the reason because I'm trying to keep this video up and monetized, okay? Also, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Support the channel. Yeah, reasons that we will not get into. Maybe after this season, we'll make a separate video about that. But Wendy weighs in that, you know, she personally would not send her two black boys down there, knowing that there is some heavy prejudice and crime going on against individuals that are black, individuals that are of African American descent, that do not fit into the white mold, which, you know, Florida is sadly, politically speaking, leaning towards. So Robin takes notice of that, of whatever they took notice. It is funny to me that, you know, Robin can catch looks between Wendy and Candace, but seems to fail at catching her husband lying and scamming and wandering to Canada to pay off hotel rooms of other women. It is a little funny to say that. It is a little, you know, hypocritical, if you ask me, that she notices all these things with her cast members, but seems to have her eyes, both of them, closed with her husband. But I digress. I think Robin has her thing going on with Juan. I think they do have a mutual understanding, or maybe she has a fetish for sharing and caring, if you know what I mean, in the bed department. But yeah, anyways, we all go to bed, we wake up, the sun is beaming and gleaming. Mia and Karen also get into it at the dinner the night before, talking about how, you know, Mia's upset that Karen brought up that she slept with a rapper, because that is not true. Then Mia seems to have a bit of dirt on Karen. And what I found interesting about that, you know, scene is that Karen really kind of kept it cute, kept it calm and collected. It makes me wonder, Mia, what do you have on the grand dame of the group? And let's be clear, if Karen were to have an arrangement for her marriage with her husband, why is Karen forced to openly say, when Giselle and Robin, with their marriages, with Jamal, with the model whose name I forgot, Jason, with Juan, they can keep it quiet? Robin has been skating by all season, not sharing pretty much anything. Girl, not the police cars. What is happening, y'all? Anyways, also excuse the noises from the car. It is loud. My car is small and an electric to that as well. So it'll be a few sound effects are going to be included in this video, okay? But anyways, yeah, it is funny that Karen needs to be open and honest about everything, but when it comes to Robin, we know we have active things that are going on, but yet we still seem to let her just scathe by, honey. Scathe by another season, collecting that check. I mean, who would make use of that if you had an employer that would let you, like, scathe by, just carry the bone a little bit and still give you that 400, 500K a year for 3 or 4 or 5 months of work, why the heck not? So who is really stupid in this? Is it us? Is it Robin? Is it production Bravo? We may never know. Cheers to that. To my girl Robin Dixon, honey. Excuse me, I had to take a sip of my beverage because I need my thirst to be quenched when I speak. Anyways, what else happened in this episode? Kiarna, let us talk about the newbie Kiarna. I am 100% here for her. She is very sweet, very cute, very pretty. They all engage in this sexual card game where they have to answer some very shady questions towards each other. And I like Kiarna. Kiarna is a really fresh breath of air that is inducing our show. She's showing to be not on mute like she has been, or at least like she has not been really invited into group things during the season. We've seen her twice, 2 or 3 times. I'm really glad that she's getting to know their group. She could really be making a good housewife. She has the money, she has the, I think, husband as well. She has the med spa, she has the looks, she has the everything, and she is so charismatic. Kiarna, it's truly, I think that what we thought that Nneka would be. I don't think Nneka's that bad, to be honest. I also applauded her for trying to squash the beef with Wendy, but you know, there seems to be still miscommunications, and there seems to still be, you know, behind the backery, let's call it behind the backery from Nneka, with this whole Lebe Iwu and Shrine and Wendy's mom story. And Kiarna and Nneka got into a little, not fight, but a little discussion where Kiarna made it known that, you know, Wendy was offended due to the fact that Nneka said that her mom is a witch and submits names to shrines and whatever and whatnot. So I like that she is, in that sense, showing some, you know, true friendship to Wendy. I like that she also made it known that Wendy did not speak bad about anyone, because I thought that in that scene, Giselle was looking for some, you know, validation, some satisfaction of botheredness by Wendy. But anyways, Kiarna stood her own. Nneka was like, what pot are you trying to stew? And Kiarna was like, girl, it's been stirred, it's been stewed, it's been spat out, girl. What are you saying? Unless there's another problem. And I like that she stood on business with that, because I think that is important to actually have a conversation in this franchise where 2 opponents are of different opinions and that be shown. Because usually Wendy doesn't speak to Giselle, Giselle doesn't speak to Wendy. Candiace and Giselle also pay dust to each other. It feels like you're watching 2 separate shows, and I like that Kiarna puts herself in the middle of that, but not in the same way that Nneka did, in a much more productive way. So, what else happened in this episode? I thought by the majority of the episode, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was nice. It gave luxury, it gave fun, and when they were playing that sexual card game, it was looking as if everybody was getting along, which gave me a glimpse of hope for future seasons and future episodes. I think we have 2 more to go, and then we have the reunion, which is definitely not going to be a 3-parter. It is definitely going to be a 2-parter, because I do not know what we are going to talk about at the reunion for these ladies. But anyways, the episode pretty much wraps up with Giselle and Robin trying to stir the pot with, Mia, did you notice the scrunched up faces that Wendy and Candiace made when I was talking about my daughter? And I was like, girl, Giselle, you are grasping onto the stars in the sky, honey. What scrunched up faces? The one that was making faces was you. The one that was actually giving snark comments was you at the Happy Eddie event when Wendy thanked everybody for having a good time and actually laughing all together. And you were like, was I laughing? Was Giselle laughing? I wasn't laughing. Why is she saying that? Girl, you are such a hater towards Wendy, and I do not understand why. Is it because she got her body done? Is it because she was open and honest about that? Is it because she has evolved over the years? Is it the jealousy? Is it because she has a husband? Is it because she's a successful political commentator? What is it? What is the exact issue? And yeah, and I love that when Wendy showed up and was like, "What are you guys talking about? What are you saying? Say to my face." You were the ones that was having scrunched up faces, okay? Why wouldn't you just go to Wendy and say, Wendy, I was noticing that you and Candace were looking a certain type of way when I was speaking about Grace. Is there something that maybe we were miscommunicating? Is there something on your chest? Do you want to say something to me? Do you want to say something, productive to Grace? You want to give some advice? Why are you just so on the defense, Giselle? And what bugs me is that Giselle can be likable. Giselle can, but she chooses not to. She is a great mother. I love her family scenes. When she's with her daughters, she shines a whole nother light. But here, it's just like, Giselle, girl, what is happening? What is the issue? And I am so curious to see how Giselle is going to act at the reunion with her not having the first chair this time around. It is Mia and Karen, and that's well deserved because Mia and Karen, and I have my gripes with Mia, I have my things with Mia, but Mia is actually clocking in. Mia's actually showing it all. Mia is coming on to season 9 with a divorce storyline, with a marriage storyline, with the Gordon storyline. She's giving us a base for several episodes. She's giving us a base for 4 to 5 episodes that she is going to dominate. What Karen also, the property in Surrey County, the glue that holds everybody together, her triple 20. What are the others giving? Yes, Wendy and her talk show. Yes, Candace and her music. Yes, Kiara and her med spa. But if everybody's at odds, how are we to combine the things? How are we to combine stories? How are we to move forward as a group? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that is pretty much all I have to say for this week's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. I give it a solid 7 out of 10. I was not on my phone the whole time. I was not yawning. It was not boring. It did not give filler. The ending was dramatic, but it is always kind of frustrating to see that the line that always moves tends to fall on Candace and Wendy. It tends to fall on them a little differently than on the others. And if you do not the honking. If you do 1 plus 1, you can easily come up with the answer that is 2. And I won't say anything more to that. That I will do on my final recap for the season, which is the last part of the reunion. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I hope the noises in my car, the sound effects weren't too heavy. excuse myself, but I needed just to take a couple of days off before, doing the recap, because with Married to Medicine, RHOP, my 2 jobs, it is just a little too much at times, but I'm still here, we're still uploading, we're still producing, honey, and we are here to stay, okay? So, like, comment, and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and as always, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.